Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where Mongolia is attempting to achieve peak awkwardness. They're definitely working on it. We could become a lunatic here. Or we could lose a level of fame. Either way, we're going to lose stress, which I don't necessarily love. We of course want to die eventually. We don't necessarily want to attempt suicide. It's a possibility, although I think not anymore now that we lost our stress levels. It was a possibility, but I don't think that's what we want to go for at this time. We did drop down to Distinguished, but that should come up fairly quickly, in all honesty. I don't think that's a problem. What is a potential problem is this guy. He's given out a lot of territory that I wish he hadn't, but there's not anything we can do to control that. It's his choice, technically. He's just bad at making choices. So, that's wonderful. And you are... How old are you? You're 23 right now? Your spouse died. Fascinating. So... by the time our grandchildren come of age, this is, she's not going to really be particularly good for children by that point, right? That's like an age sort of thing. So that's a bit of a concern there. I think right now is not the time to go after this. That said, she is currently pregnant. He is having a lot of internal problems right now. We'll keep an eye on it. For right now, I'm not too concerned about what's going on there. Sure, we accept that ransom. I want to hop in over to our personal domain over here. Man, this fabrication is taking a long time. How much longer on that? Another 8 years. Wow, okay. That is a very long time. But I wanted to come over here and make sure that these castles were maxed out. It looks like all the ones that we currently personally hold are. 3 months left on that construction. Okay. Sounds good. Our prisoner and vassal. We decline that one. Okay. So, awkwardness is ensuing over here, but it looks like this guy has maybe stabilized, and that would be great. I'd love it if he would, you know, start to expand out over this way again. We'll see if that happens. Chagatai is kind of the big boys in the area right now, it looks like. Chagatai and Ilkhanate. Yep, those two. However, they've got internal problems. And, I mean, with them just taking over, we're not shocked by that, right? We're completely unsurprised that they're further fracturing. This is fairly expected. That's pretty much how the Mongol Empire works. So we could lose some stress here, I suppose. I don't actually care about dying at this point. Like, if we die, that's fine. If we don't die, that's also fine. Yeah. That's our current situation. It's okay either way. We'll go ahead and host a feast, drop our stress a little bit. We just discovered Divine Right, and if we go into our High Medieval era here, let's see, we were working on advanced bowmaking and guilds. Okay, advanced bowmaking must have been, yeah, that's exposed there, and we're fascinating guilds. Cool. So land grants are not all that useful to us, although fabricate claim on county speed would be handy right about now, but it's not super important to us. Yeah. Overall, we're going to want to get into this stuff pretty quickly here. Collateral damage? How rude. We'll get some gold from them, and I think we will go for... Honestly, we need to start moving into another category here. Maybe into getting more tech? Kidnapping is not hugely important to us right now. For this moment, anyway. Getting anything in here isn't great. We're not allowed to do forced vassalage. I would usually go for this if we weren't running this pacifist campaign right now. But I think right now we just have to go into scholarship. So that's what we'll do. We decline this ransom, and we'll spend gold. It's not like we are short on gold. So that'll be fine. Until next time, guests. Challenge for artifact. I decline. Get out of here. We can transfer this guy over to Jur. We're greedy, so that will increase our stress levels, of course. Yep, this is a fine ransom to do. We'll call a hunt and lose a bit of stress. Sounds great. So, Moldavia, we need to check in there. It's been a bit. This is now acceptable. Yes. This is all fine. We should negotiate an alliance with Moldavia as well. There we go. Alliance formed. Fantastic. So taking a look at Wallachia and Bohemia here. What do we need? Well, what we need right now is this guy to get married. We can't do anything with him, though, because he's currently in the Mongolian court. Defending against a war against tyranny. I wonder if he's going to call us into that. That'll be interesting. He didn't call Moldavia in. He may call us in. We can attempt to defeat this small child in Snow War. We have a 43% chance of defeating a 5-year-old. Perfect. And she trounced us. Okay. Wonderful. How are these guys doing in their wars? Honestly, kinda poorly. They may end up splitting up. We'll see how that goes. What's going on with Italy? Okay. For now, we can't really do too much for shenanigans. That'll be... The shenaniganery will be next life. That's when that'll happen. We could sell trivial titles, but I don't really want to spend prestige right now. I think this is all fine. We could visit the market and spend some gold on losing stress, bumping down to stress level 1. And we can talk to our confidant as well, losing 20 additional stress. Wonderful. Peasant rabble. How rude. How very rude. I don't really care about ransoming these prisoners. We've got so much cash. Yeah, we have been doing claim fabrication. This is true. This is something we've been doing, and we're hoping to finish it. Eventually. It's going painfully slowly. Absolutely painfully slowly. Let's hop over here, and I want to make sure that all of these are constructing that can be. Okay. That was in our capital. Our capital is now maxed out for our tech level. That's good. Let's check in on all of these. I suspect these are all maxed out as well. But I don't know that for a fact, so let's just make sure of that. Of course, this castle isn't. We knew that, though. This is not in our territory. Okay, yeah, those are all maxed out, so that's great. We want to revoke this guy's title. Absolutely. We have a 2% chance of acceptance right now. If we were to send him a gift, we would gain 29 opinion. We should work on swaying him while we're working on this. So we're going to start a sway scheme against Count Valdemar. And that'll be fine. He appears to have this pretty well under control. Okay. I was just checking to make sure that he would not be deposed. And he will not be. He will not have to abdicate. Even if he did, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Out of curiosity. Okay. I just wanted to check here. Hypothetically, if we disinherit this guy, I think Alton would still be the heir. I think. I don't know that for an absolute fact. But that's my current suspicion. Okay, nothing going on in here. Sounds good. How's our inventory looking? This is actually fine for the moment. No real problem there. Wallachia and Bohemia are awkward. That's for sure. I would like to further go after them, but we don't have anything that we can do there. Unless... This guy has a claim on all of it, but we can't press all of that at once. And even if we did, it wouldn't really help us. He would become our vassal, but we would be required to immediately release him based on the rules that we're playing under here. So that's not really an option. We should go after Lotharingia, seizing a de jure duchy, for sure. We'll go after Luxembourg. And we'll just get this done real quick. This should not be a problem. 1,700 troops. I should have checked that. We need a few more than we've got. Smallpox? Get him out of here. Wait, he's locked into attacking us here. That's a bold move. Not, I think, a good move, but a bold move. We'll take 60 gold. And we're safe from smallpox. Fantastic. So we're just going to walk in and siege his capital here. This should go fairly quickly. Of course, we only have trebuchets here. 250 piety. I'm not too concerned about piety. That seems fine to me. So we're going to grab this territory. He's going to siege up here. I think we are going to split off our siege force, and we're going to go after his main force up here. Okay. So let's head up over this way with our main force, and our siege force will finish off the siege of their capital. Yeah, we're going to take 780 casualties here. Yeah, that hurts. But it's not the end of the world. I do want to get a siege commander in here. We don't have one. What do we got? That'll be this guy. Cool. So we win the fight against them. We're not going to stack wipe them or anything, but that's okay. Now, they're probably going to retreat straight back towards us, aren't they? Towards our siege force. If I had to bet, I'd say that that's what's going to happen here. But no, actually, they're retreating up this way. Cool. So that's fantastic. This is some awkward attrition up here. Oh, we're locked in? That's very awkward. But we're going to fight these guys here. We have them split up, and they're going to pile in, but that's okay. They're far too late to make that a possibility that they win that. They absolutely don't. And that ends the war for us. So enforce those demands and disband our troops. We'll get these titles handed out. And I kind of don't want to give these to Germany. I feel like Germany's a little too strong. We could usurp Lotharingia, but we can't do it right now. I think we'll just hold these ourselves, or give it to Frisia, perhaps. Yeah, let's give it to Frisia. Now, this is going to give us a lot of stress. No doubt about it. This is very painful. Okay. Well, we're back up to stress level 3. Gotta love greedy. It's, I mean, greedy is handy for the income and the income per stress level, but that stress is so high. I mean, it's good to be at high stress when you're greedy, but it does mean that you're much more likely to die. So that is a bit of an issue. Oh, we have another one that we can hand out. I missed this one. And there's another 47 stress. Beautiful. So we're going to need to drop stress, of course. That is definitely a thing that needs to happen. We could attempt to improve our capital. What happens if we max out our stress meter? I don't think I've ever had that happen before. We're in a situation where we're okay with dying here. So let's give it a go. You went over your stress limit and reset to stress level 3. Okay. And we get a mental breakdown. It's a rough mental breakdown. We could become a comfort eater, and that would increase our stress loss. Done. So we did lose some control. We should definitely work on increasing control in this county here. But that wasn't too bad. We lost a level of fame again. Again, that's not too bad. Sounds good. We did lose a counselor, and We have this event going on. Sure, we'll gain some court grandeur. That's fine. I'm kind of wondering, we lost a counselor. Oh, it must have been our Rixgothi. That's all there is to it. I'm going to send this guy a gift. Well, we're greedy. I'm going to work on swaying him then. Or should we just replace him? I think we'll keep him. This will be fine. So obviously, we're going to need to get rid of some stress here. We'll indulge in food. And we'll lose 24 stress. Okay. Sounds good. How is our son doing? Mediocre. How are these guys doing? Poorly. Very poorly. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. What was this? Ransom? Sure. Okay. Nothing here. Just wanted to double check that. Fantastic. How are things going in Italy? Okay. Nothing too major there. Now, this is interesting. This guy is the primary heir. He is our prisoner. He wouldn't accept the weak hook. But he would if we don't recruit him. Okay, so we now have a favor hook on the heir of Bohemia. Out of curiosity, I wish we had recruited him. I really do. If we had recruited him, we could have landed him. And then that would have meant that we inherit this when he does. He would be our vassal and would not gain independence, I believe. I believe that's the way that would work. So that was maybe a bit of a mistake. He did convert, which makes things easier to work with. Interesting. He is now a prince. He's still unlanded. Okay. And of course, because he's an heir, we can't invite him over, but that's fine. Okay. Hello, what's going on in Wallachia? They split up. Do we have a CB on you? No, we don't. Do we have a CB on you? I don't think so. We're not allowed to do this. Maybe she does it herself. Fascinating. Okay. What about just offering this guy vassalage? Hypothetically. Minus 120 because we're of a different faith. And I'm sure he wouldn't accept this. Yeah. Because we're of a different faith. Interesting. Very interesting. We're going to grab scientific here. And this guy will be our steward. Sounds good. Hello. Is this new? I don't remember seeing this before. We have a de jure claim on it. We have de jure claims up over here. Okay, I think we should go after this guy. I really, really do. So we're going to do a de jure emirate here, unless this is a single county. No, this is 3 counties. So we're going to declare that de jure. And we'll raise up our men-at-arms here. We shouldn't need more than our men-at-arms. Okay. He's walking in here. He's going to try to stack wipe our 0 troops. It's awkward, but we'll see if we get there in time. I don't think we will. No, we don't. So we're going to need to raise up our 0 troops over here instead. this is fine. And then we'll walk in over here and deal with him. We were like 1 day away from having our troops there. It's definitely awkward, but it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, what is this faction? Oh, hello, a crusade for Lotharingia. Okay, we'll deal with that in a bit. There's a Liberty faction potentially brewing here. I don't think this is actually a threat to us. We can go to, like, this guy here and just move him in here. We're going to get a mental break, but that's fine. Okay, we'll just chill here. Did we actually not get a mental break? Interesting. I was under the impression that was the way that worked, but apparently not. Okay, we're just going to go hit their capital here. And this is not going to be a very powerful crusade, I think. Cool. I really don't think that this is going to be a huge threat, this crusade. So this war's over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. And of course, we need to be looking at this crusade next. So that's going to be for the Kingdom of Lotharingia. Okay. Sure. That's fine. I mean, all of these guys over here are Catholic. So sure, they're going to be fighting us, but I feel like this is fine. Launches in 12 months. I do want to come down over this way. Take a look at this guy. What would the revocation here look like now? 48%. Okay, we'll finish up that fabrication. That'll finish eventually. Not for a bit, but eventually. We'll get this maxed out. This ransom is absolutely acceptable, and this crusade is going to be launching in 10 months. Now, it is pretty close to the end of this episode, so I'm going to put a cut in, like, right as the crusade is launching, and we're going to have a bit of a cliffhanger there, it looks like, just based on how this timing is working. But I don't expect this crusade to actually be challenging. Sure, they have a comparable number of troops, but I don't think it's going to be a thing. I really don't. I think we'll be fine. So that'll launch in 7 months here. And we're just waiting for it at this point. Papacy is, you know, being a general jerk, but that's fine. I think it'll be completely okay. And with that, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here. It's a little bit early, but we're at, I think, a decent stopping point here before this crusade launches. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll fight off some Catholics, it looks like. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Rose Valentine, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.